Hey guys, Jamaican Jazz here with just a quick LOA On predictions video for the upcoming LOA On festival that they're going to be holding in a couple of days. I'm just going to be outlining some of the things that might be potentially coming up in the presentation, as well as some copium hopeful things that I would like to see them talk about that, but they probably won't even talk about. So I'm gonna just start out with the first of the predictions, which is the freebies. Obviously, they're going to be talking about the Third Awakening, the Solar Raids, the new Sweat Lord raid for Korea, and obviously new skins and pets. I think these are all going to be pretty much a given. I'd be very surprised if they don't do any of these in the actual presentation itself, but these are just like the free 100% in there. The next predictions that I will have falls under the I'd say realistic category. So these are going to be like ability stone changes, engraving changes, honing buffs. So whether it be like base rate, stronghold research, or like silver honing to 1540, maybe some resource reduction, or maybe just a combination of all of these. Elixir and transcendence nerfs, and then a potential new class reveal, or just straight up just a class drop. They might just drop a class and not even tell us. I mean, it's just like, here, it's available like next week or something like that. There's also like homework raid nerfs. So like maybe like wipe mechanic changes, so it's like high damage instead of full wipes, or maybe some gate deletion. The balance patch announcement, so obviously they're probably going to announce another balance patch. I think that would be fairly reasonable to expect. Another level of the Artesian Tour, so the Horizontal Express. Entropy removal, the Chaos Dungeon rework part 2, and obviously like maybe a new extreme raid like Vicus, Extreme Vicus, or Extreme Clown. So the copium category is a level 8 gem express event with like level 9 gem support. Some significant RNG nerfs to a lot of the systems that they have in Last Ark. I'm talking about like bracelets, probably elixirs, transcendent, just nerfing it so that it's like way less RNG. I'm also hoping that we might get silver honing to 1580, which is a Khan or hard mode Khan girl, or at least a plus 20% base honing rate up to 1580, because trying to push characters to 1580 without events, even with books, is absolutely brutal right now. Like, so the Una's daily and weekly rework, I think that should be reworked a long time ago, and it's very long overdue. So I'm kind of hoping that they do announce something addressing that, because it does waste a lot of time. It doesn't feel very rewarding. It's kind of just annoying. The matchmaking, but I think it needs a buff. I think we should get like some sort of bonus for using it in content, because right now no one really uses it except for maybe Challenge Abyss and Challenge Guardian raids. They're going to potentially change the main 6 gold earner and rework it so it's something different. Also hoping that they add some new useful engravings for both DPS and support. I think right now we're kind of stuck in these are 5 engravings that are good, and these are the only ones that really get used. And then the rest are kind of just whatever. But yeah, and I'm also hoping that Extreme Volton is permanent. Like they added a permanent version of Extreme Volton that you can substitute as one of your gold earners instead of maybe like hard mode Kyan Girl or Thamine or something like that. So this last section is the Super Copium section. These are things that I am not expecting at all to happen, but if they do, it would be a W. So the engraving books starting at X6 instead of X3. So all we need is the epic and legendary books. So we don't have to worry about like new players having X3 on engravings and stuff like that, and trying to go through that entire process, because right now barely anyone sells blue books. Also the elixir tapping cost being converted to silver. So that the materials will still need gold to craft, but the actual tapping of the elixir itself turning into silver. I don't know if Korea would need this, but I think NAEU probably needs this, because the gold situation is looking a little bit grim with elixirs, transcendence, quality, honing, all of that. It's not realistically feasible for the casual player to be able to sustain their 1 or 2 characters, let alone the main 6 roster. Also, the knowledge transfer gold cost nerf. This one, we probably won't see it for a while, if ever, but the actual knowledge transfer costs for horizontal content on the lower items like tier 1 seem a little bit ridiculous. Because, like, I can understand in tier 3 onwards why it'd be more expensive, but I don't know why it's so expensive in tier 1. This one's a big pet peeve of mine, removing the aura requirement for repairing your armor. This one's the biggest barrier of entry to new players for enjoying raids. They come in and they try and learn the raid. They die quite a few times because they're still learning, obviously. And then their armor breaks, and then they have to like leave the raid and then repair the armor and then come back into the raid. And by that time, people just usually kick them out and replace them because they don't really want to wait for somebody who's new, who keeps dying, to, you know, leave the lobby and go through the whole cycle again. So I think they should just remove this from Crystalline Aura because it's creating a massive friction point for new players, and it's kind of making them want to quit the game faster. Just take that off the Crystalline Aura because it's already hard enough as a new player to play the game and get into the game. You don't need something like that in the game. Also, speaking of new players, we need a mentor system for Lost Ark. I don't understand why we don't have a mentor system in this game. We literally have a title called Makoko Mentor in the game, with no actual mentor system in the game. You have to organize everything outside of the game through Discord or through some sort of third-party software to find people to play with. Just add a system in the game that makes it easier for existing players to interact and help new players. Just do it, because the game needs it. Otherwise, it's just going to be an absolute shit show. It's going to be a gatekeep session. No one's going to want to play the game, and the game's going to die fast, like faster, if you consider it already dying. So you need to add that as soon as possible, because it is definitely something we need. We're probably not going to get it in this announcement, but if we do, it'll be a huge W for the game. The final thing is just for me, because I have a boatload of silver, but cross-server trading. So right now, if I'm on NA West on Belshazzar, and I have a friend in Thamine that needs help with rolling gems, I can't trade their stuff over, and I can't roll their gems for them. So it seems kind of stupid because you're kind of segmenting the community. Just let us trade items and shit. Same with like the party system. Just let us join parties even though we're on different servers. Just do it. Like, you can do it in raids. Why can't you do it outside of raids? It shouldn't be that difficult to do. Hopefully they add those. It's highly unlikely that they're going to do it, but here I am. I'm still hoping. I'm still praying. But yeah, that's what I hope to see in the next LOA On. It's probably not going to be like that, and they're probably going to add stuff that no one really cares about. But I'm still going to watch it. I'm still going to hope, and we'll see how it goes. So thanks for watching the video. If you guys want to check me out live, you can catch me at twitch.tv/JamaicanJazz. And I'll catch you in the next one, guys. So have a good one and happy raiding. Peace.